another civil war in this country in order for us to have true justice.
If that's what it takes, then we have to do it.
Do we need another civil war now?
That's what it takes, then I believe so.
What is going on with these Democratic politicians? I understand they might think that Derek Chauvin is guilty of murder, manslaughter, and everything in the book. But if you're a politician in power, you need to keep your mouth shut until we get a verdict. You're inciting violence. You're inciting riots. You're influencing the jury. You're robbing the defendant of due process. Do you not see this? Do you not see this? Well, if you don't see it, I'll point it out to you. And that's what we're doing in this video. Because it's not just Maxine Waters. It's also the squad. It's also the mayor of Minneapolis and a lot more. Let's get into it. As I showed you in my last video, we had Maxine Waters inciting a mob saying, if we don't get guilty, we're going to stay on the streets. Here's a little clip of that.
Than all the years before.
We're looking for a guilty verdict.
That was yesterday. Today, one of the founding members of the squad, Ilhan Omar, one of my favorites, said, hey, I have to go out there and get a little press myself. I mean, I'm part of the BLM squad, am I not? So here's Ilhan Omar saying, hey, we all know Derek Chauvin's guilty, don't we?
Where it shouldn't be really even questioned whether there will be an acquittal or a verdict that doesn't need the scale of the crime that was committed. I know that majority of the community has trust in the leadership of Attorney General Keith Ellison and the prosecutors that he put forth to be able to prosecute this case in a way that was dignified and just.
Gotta love Ilhan Omar. In fact, gotta love the whole squad. Because if you don't, guess what? You're a racist, my friend. You might not know it, but you're a racist. Now, you know what's worse than Ilhan Omar and Maxine Waters talking smack? The mayor of Minneapolis, the same little white soy boy who went out during the George Floyd protest with his fist up trying to be part of the movement, but then was humiliated by the crowd and kicked out. Do you guys remember that? I'll try and find the clip. Well, he came out yesterday, or today, I think it was yesterday, and he said he condemned Derek Chauvin before the jury did. Who are you, guy? Do you not believe in due process? Do you not understand the laws? I mean, you are the mayor, are you not? Here's the mayor of Minneapolis condemning Derek Chauvin.
For being here today. As we await the verdict, there are several inescapable truths. Over this last year, our Twin Cities have experienced a barrage of trauma, all culminating with this trial and then the verdict. There's been pain and anguish, anger and frustration that is undoubtedly acutely felt by our Black and brown communities. Regardless of the outcome of this trial, regardless of the decision made by the jury, there is one true reality, which is that George Floyd was killed at the hands of police.
The types of comments being made by politicians like the mayor of Minneapolis, like Ilhan Omar, like Maxine Waters, would be dangerous for any case. But in this high-profile case, they're even more dangerous. The judge did not sequester the jury, meaning they will go home every night, and they have access to media, and what do they see wherever they look? Prominent politicians, prominent spokespeople saying Derek Chauvin is guilty of everything, even first-degree murder, like Maxine Waters said, even though that he's not being charged with that. That's what the juries are hearing outside of the courtroom. One of the jurors lives in Brooklyn City. In that city, we're seeing riots every night because of George Floyd and because of police brutality. Do you think he's being influenced? If not by the politicians, then maybe by the threat of even more riots on his home. Do you not think so? I do. The judge said that Maxine Waters' comments could be grounds for a mistrial. He also said that her comments could be enough for the defense to get the verdict overturned on appeal. Way to go, Maxine. And now I want to show you a video of a guy who went down to Minneapolis and interviewed people who are outside the courthouse awaiting the verdict and who are ready to burn the whole place down. Those aren't my words. Those are the peaceful protesters' words. Check it out.
I'm Ami Horowitz. I'm back in Minneapolis, and the tensions are high. The city is about to explode. I'm here to find out what the hell is going on.
You can burn the whole city down. What does it matter?
So I say burn the city down, so they can see that we're here, continue the movement,
Do you think the city's going to burn down?
Yes, absolutely.
No question about it.
No. And that'll be the least of our problems.
By burning all the city down, we'll teach them a lesson?
I think honestly, I'm all for burning it down. There shouldn't even be a trial. He should be convicted just as
If
is.
he got off, would you support street justice on him?
Yes.
Y'all should have fed him to the wolves a long time ago.
How many unarmed black people were killed by cops last year? You have any idea?
100 plus? In just Minnesota?
No, around the country.
Oh, thousands.
Unarmed black people.
Thousands.
Seems like they're trying to erase, destruct the whole race of, the African American race.
Would you consider this a genocide? It's the eradication of an entire people.
That's a good question, and now that I've been confronted with it, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
I mean, genocide means like the targeting of one race for its destruction. Do you think that's what they're doing?
Genocide of anybody that's not white.
Would you call what's happening a genocide?
Yeah, I think that's one word for it.
Genocide?
Yes, most definitely.
A genocide.
Yeah.
We need another civil war in this country in order for us to have true justice.
If that's what it takes, then we have to do it.
Do we need another civil war now?
That's what it takes, then I believe so.
This is a great example of how the media keeps people ignorant and then people out of ignorance react. You heard one of them. She was asked how many unarmed black men are killed by police every year. Thousands, she said. Thousands. Hundreds just in Minnesota. Those numbers couldn't be farther from the truth. The truth is, the number is 18. Nationwide. 18. Not in Minnesota. 18. That's it. 18 tragedies? Sure. But it's 18. It's not thousands. You know how many people died in the George Floyd riots during last summer? 33. You did the math. Woo! But those are just my opinions. A soulless ginger. What do I know? Am I right? If you disagree with me, comment down below. If you agree with me, comment down below. And share it. Like, thank you for watching, subscribe, and see you next time.